David Cloninger, Post and Courier, Bree and Breezy, if you could each take this. Their game was defense, but it seemed like y'all brought your defense as well. How much was that an emphasis coming into this game to say you can throw what they do right back at them?
Well, I feel like we are a very defensively minded team. We definitely do a lot of work in practice, whether it's ball screen, whether it's, whatever the case may be. So I think for games like this, when offensive scoring is very low, we definitely rely on our defense to keep, their scoring lower than ours.
Next up, Chantel.
Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. If both of you could answer, Camila has that chase down block. What does a play like that do for the energy and the momentum of the team?
Really, it just brings so much energy, just, not only to our bench, but to the fans. It really gets us going, and it just really just brings us together and just makes us know, like, we can do this. And, yeah.
Back in the pink.
This kind of goes to both of you, but Breezy, what do you feel like is the biggest thing you've learned from playing alongside Bree? And then Bree, do you see kind of elements of your own game in Breezy's?
I think one of the biggest things is communication, honestly. I think last year I kind of struggled with screens. Well, I did struggle. I struggled with screens bad. But I think this year I just really took it on what Bree, communicated to me, to communicate early. When there's a screen, call it early. And I think Bree's just mindset is just to, like, get through it. And, last year I would kind of, like, stop and just call a switch. And, this year I'm just a lot more tougher and a lot more stronger as well.
For the second part, I definitely see a lot of aspects. With her, she definitely came in, energy was always high, and I think she definitely took a lot of, the calmness, I would say, and definitely, like, her discipline and ability to be patient. Definitely when her name is called, she's able to go out there and knock those shots down or make herself a target or get other people open, make good passes. So I definitely think her ability to stay strong throughout the course.
Gabrielle Lewis, the next. Brea Beal. Zaya just told me in the locker room that she feels like she learned her defense from you in a lot of ways. What does it mean to hear that from a teammate, and just what defensive aspect do you bring to the floor?
It feels good. Like I said, we're a defensively minded team. So, when we come to this part of the season, we definitely need our defense from, every single individual. So for her to be able to, lock down who she's guarding, it does a lot for our team. It makes it easier for our team. And it definitely impacts the game.
Far right.
Matt Dowell with Watch Fox. So this is for Brea Beal. All your teammates in the locker room were saying you are the calming force out there when maybe shots aren't falling. What is it that calms them? Is it something you say? Is it something you do? What is it that you do out there on the floor to calm everyone down?
Definitely in some spurts where, we may be getting quick shots and then we get the rebound for a third time. It's just like grabbing the ball and saying, like, woosah, and, get the ball and let's do a high pick and roll. Just kind of, take a time to ourselves and just, really calm ourselves, not necessarily, yelling or, telling somebody to, stop what they're doing. Just kind of, being a calmness without, using my voice, I would say, in a sense.
Gamecock Scoop.
Alan Cole, Gamecock Scoop. For Brea Beal, Kiera was saying in the locker room she could feel you guys kind of blowing up UCLA sets. Do you feel that in the middle of a game? And I guess how good does that feel when you can kind of see the other team breaking down in the middle of the possession?
Definitely for us, we do a lot of focus with knowing our scout before the game. We definitely, reviewed amongst ourselves, their play calls, their main play calls. We have to know it to make the game, more so on our side. So I definitely think, us, especially the upperclassmen, making sure we all know their play calls for the game.
Standing up in the back.
Hey, Breezy, it's Chaz Frazier, ABC Columbia. I was talking to a lot of your teammates in the locker room. They said this is a great moment to see you flourish on the stage. They said you've been working hard. So to you, what's been the difference and how gratifying is it to finally see your game all come together on one of the biggest stages?
I think the biggest difference is, my confidence, honestly. I think last year I kind of struggled, especially at this time, with my confidence and knowing what I'm supposed to be doing out there on the court. And I think just, Coach has really been in my ear, telling me to just do what I do best. And it's just it's a great feeling. It really is because, if you guys haven't seen on the bench, every time I score, they're like so excited, so happy I'm coming out the game. Zaya and Key are giving me a hug, and it's really a great feeling.
Dick Cox in the middle.
Dick Cox with Indy Sports and Cox Sports Broadcasting. This is for both Brees. You played in so many big games since you've been playing at South Carolina, and it seems like you got a big one, another one coming up on Monday night. have you had time to actually enjoy the process? I know sometimes you have to stay so focused, but have you enjoyed or get to enjoy any of the things you accomplish as the year goes on?
Yeah, definitely, especially being a part of this program and, our preseason, this is just what comes with it. So, as time goes on, we're able to, go home and kind of take in our wins and our small team wins as well. And, especially for the seniors, we're able to, go back to our room and just, kind of think about, the memories we had to each other. So we definitely have time to, but I mean, definitely having, the schedule we have and, play the games we have, it comes with it and we're kind of used to it.
Final two questions start here in the left is the red.
Jeremiah Holloway with the State. This one's for Brea Beal. Bree, you've kind of become known for your defense, your defensive abilities. At what point in your playing career did you kind of embrace that? Did you kind of become, this is the player that I'm going to be, things of that nature? When did you kind of embrace, I guess, the role of being a defender?
I mean, I feel like naturally I just began to embrace it. It definitely came with some hardship, but throughout time, it just, I just walked into it. It's not necessarily something I was just like, I'm, this defender, I'm the best defender. It's just, I mean, it came naturally, just as well as, offensively. It's just something you got to be patient and just accept as time comes.
Gabrielle, final question for student athletes.
This is for both of y'all. This is the second time this month on this floor you've taken a team that gave you trouble last time and dominated them the second time, Ole Miss being the first. What about the second time over makes it so that y'all dominate so hard and why you're able to do it today?
I feel like, going back to, our preseason games, we're just getting started, especially in November, the month of November. We're just learning each other. We got a new point guard, Key. We're learning her. Raven's coming back, things of that nature. So definitely as time goes by, we're able to, learn what each other does in those situations. How do we get out of those tough situations? So definitely when we are able to, play these teams the second time in, the tournament, we're able to make those adjustments. And, again, we've learned a lot from each other from the beginning.
Thank you both.
Thank you.